guys, I know that I said that I probably wouldn't be posting as much because of Art Fight, but I lied. It's actually because of Art Fight that I'm making this video because thanks to that, my mind has been taken over by my OCs more than ever. But hey, I'm not complaining. Ever since I started receiving attacks on there of my OCs, which I am so extremely grateful for and love every single one of them, it made me realize just how real my OCs were, if that makes any sense, and it made me start thinking about them. And then I even actually started thinking about their story. Crazy, I know. Like, it's getting to a point where I'm thinking about them even during work, and whenever I think about my OCs, I get happy. And since my job usually has me organizing or being up on the register, it just ends up looking creepy because to a random person, I just look crazy smiling to myself, but I can't help it. I get happy when I think about my OCs. And so because of that, I decided to do a part 2 of the fun things you can do with your OCs. I was able to come up with more ideas and was even given some suggestions by you guys in my last video, which I'd love to share. And so let's get started with the video. The first idea is for the people who may be struggling with creating OCs in the first place or just don't know where to start, and that's creating OCs with your friend or a group of friends. I had actually never done this until Kai, aka Kai's Corner, reached out to me asking if I would like to create OCs with her, and I immediately said yes. I had never made OCs with someone before, and it's been a lot of fun. Sometimes thinking about OCs and their lore can be hard, but when you have someone else there, it helps keep the ideas flowing because now there's more of you to brainstorm ideas for them. I love our children, they're all so cute, and it's been a lot of fun coming up with their lore and relationships. So if you have any friends who are also into OCs, then you should definitely try it out. The next idea was actually a suggestion by Paraloon Star, which is kind of similar to putting them in a random headcanon generator, which is doing the incorrect quote generator. This is such a good idea, and I'm so happy this was suggested in my last video because I was having a blast putting my OCs in it. For those who don't know what the incorrect quote generator is, it's basically a generator that puts your OCs into random scenarios. By doing this, you can get some really funny results, and who knows, maybe even some semi-canon interactions your OCs would actually have. I mean, come on, look at some of these quotes and tell me that they wouldn't actually happen. And if you end up liking one, you could always end up drawing the scenario. Next is doing a relationship chart. Personally, I feel like it's easier for me to come up with the relationships and dynamics between my characters rather than the actual story. So this was really fun to do and gives people an insight on the relationships between your OCs without having to completely release their story in order to get to know the characters. And if you want to take it one step further, you can make a chart of how your OCs view the other characters in more detail. The best example I can think of this is Demon Slayer's chart, which goes more into depth about how the characters feel about each other. But if you want to keep it simple, then that's totally fine, and a normal relationship chart would work just fine. Or maybe your story is a romance with only 2 main characters. If you still want to share more details about their relationship, then you could always do a ship relationship chart, which you can find multiple of on Pinterest. The next idea is having them interact with other people's OCs. I got this idea thanks to Art Fight. Someone had made art of their OC interacting with Nadine, and I just thought it was the cutest thing ever, and so it made me want to do the same. There was an OC named Charlotte by Paper Rat, and she's also a ghost trying to figure out how she died, and so I drew this cute interaction I thought they'd have. And if you have friends that also have OCs, this can be a really great bonding experience, and could even lead to some funny interactions. And if none of your friends are artists or have any OCs, then you could always insert your OCs into the world of any media you choose. Next is creating their handwriting. You might think this one's pretty simple, and it is, but I feel like you can learn a lot about a character based on their handwriting. Like if a character has messy handwriting, then maybe they themselves are a normally messy and unorganized person. Or if they have extremely nice handwriting, then it might be safe to assume that they're really smart or an overall neat person. But of course, at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be taken all that seriously. I mean, it's just handwriting. It could always be done just for fun, and that'd be 100% okay. But if you're someone that likes thinking deeply about this sort of thing, then you should totally go for it. Just have fun with it. Next is draw them meeting their first design of themselves. I've actually seen some people do this on TikTok, showing their OC's first design versus their current one, and I love it. It's always a lot of fun and interesting seeing how much a character evolves. But if you'd want to spice it up a little more, you could draw how the two would act meeting each other. Would they hate each other? Would they have contradicting personalities? Or would they just find the other person ugly? I wanted to do this by drawing Daphne since her first design and current one have definitely changed quite a bit. I mean, to begin with, when I first created Daphne, I kept her with monochromatic colors, and so because of that, I actually never gave her an official human color palette. And so I thought I'd draw her with current ghost Daphne having a conversation about why she's blue. Poor beta Daphne. And finally, we have height comparisons. This one's also pretty simple, but I love doing it. Not everyone considers heights to be all that important, and I was honestly one of them in the beginning. My OC's heights weren't really something I thought about until I put them in a height comparison chart. Seeing their height differences was so cute to see and gave me a nice visual on how different my OCs really are. I used heightcomparisons.com, and I really love this website because it not only lets you put your OC's heights, you can also color coordinate in order to differentiate them better. And if you really want a more accurate picture of their height differences, you can also submit a picture of your OC for an even better visual, which is freaking amazing. And next we have a semi-bonus idea. The reason why this is semi-bonus is because technically I already mentioned this in my last video, but I'm just being more specific about it. And that's creating your OCs on The Sims. Technically this falls under the same category as creating them in character design games, but I still really wanted to put this one on here because I've just been having a lot of fun creating them on there. And sure, some of them look, better than others. Sorry Nova, but it's still a lot of fun. And honestly, is this just an excuse to show off my Sim OCs? Yes it is, but still, I totally recommend you try it out. And that's all of the ideas for this video. Hopefully hearing some of them will inspire some of you guys to try them out. Expect more OC content because like I said, they are taking over my mind. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope you have a great day.